wasn't meant to record, but it's pretty incredible what comes through today. And that's the swap with these changes of identities. I am tired. I was also really much highly connected, so I'm still kind of grounding back. And with this ending of parts of your identities, of things that you've been chasing, of things that they're not your truth, of things that you kept repeating yourself, oh, but I don't know how, I'm not good at that, or I don't know how to do this, or I don't know, like labels, like I am neurodivergent, so I struggle with this and that, or anything that it is in your case. It's time to decide you are navigating your experience. That means you are deciding on the energies you connect with, on the direction, even for your mind, even the deepest beliefs that you were like swearing, this is how I am, and it's like, I cannot do anything about it. Or this is how life is, maybe some structures outside of you. Then imagine, or not imagine, but realize right now, realize that this is not true. You are creating in this reality. You are co-creating. So some experiences, yeah, they're shifting with times, with years, with moments, but actually and with times that you arrive to this decision, that's only the difference. It's a time when you're arriving, we arrive energetically and internally back into the connection. And then we are arriving because we connected with something else, or we let go something. We are arriving to this connections that get us to actually a decision and more a power of connection, of navigating and realizing that you are creating in here. You are masterful in energy as well, with your thoughts, with your body, with your decision, with your intention. So the only difference it is then when things are starting to shift, when you arrive internally to a decision. And then you realize, oh, but this is not true anymore, or this is not really me. And then because of you arrive to that realization or that feeling, that decision, or you've been fed up with something and you were ready, and you internally said, no, now I'm going to allow myself to be that, or now I'm shifting to here, or now I'm navigating towards that direction. That is the only difference, that you started to manifest, but because you allowed this shift inside of you in energy to drop into your awareness, then your thoughts, mind, body, emotions open up to a possibility that you can let go something, to a new possibility of who you are. And then the thoughts follow, and all of this follows, and then you actually start to live it. But ultimately what I'm trying to say, that underneath it's still this process of the fact that you made this internal work, or you made this internal alignment or integration. So still this invisible forces and your invisible being made shifts internally. It's not that suddenly something from outside made that shift. Ultimately, you could have triggers, you could have enough of experiences, you could have things that are supporting you, events outside of you, and all of this. So realize that you might open even more space right now to the places that you truly believe, and repeat it in your back of your mind, that this is how it is and this is who you are. And realize that this is shifting. This is shifting. Allow this to be shifting. Allow this to dissolve. Allow this to let go. Allow this to be like, no, like myself, part of the identity of a label was that my mind is like this. My mind, this is difficult. Oh, I have so many tabs open in my mind, blah, blah, blah. And then I realized this is still a program, a belief that, as an example, I'm saying, this is a program, a belief that it's actually holding my being, as holding this belief. It serves as a distraction. It serves as like kind of distracting me from my true power. It serves as distraction, like a program of being distracted, allowing myself to believe that I can be distracted in some way. And yeah, you can have some natural traits, and you have some kind of also energetical way you are built. And I think it's allowing to step more into it and allow yourself to open up. This is, yeah, what I've been also connecting with, opening up even more to tune into your natural way of being and creating that your own ways you operate in this life and your own structures. Not anymore navigating from any structures, strategies, or things outside of you in your path. Realize that your path is still very unique. And you're gonna have your own strategy. You're gonna have your own timing. It took me years and years and years to be arriving to that place. And sometimes I still watch something and then I'm getting like wind up and my mind wants to grasp me and go like, oh yeah, you need to do this, or maybe this idea is good strategy, how you operate. Great. Like we can be watching these videos endlessly of people, how they are doing things, using methods, using strategies, or operating to be super healthy or efficient or whatever that is. And I think it's also time to like let it go, because it's another thing that can loop you constantly, endlessly. It can loop you, and it might not be even your natural alignment, natural way of being, or it might be not really your exactly path. It can be great for a period of time. And the third thing I would say, so these were like two things that came through, and the third thing was start asking yourself questions, like what comes through right now on my path, what comes through, how I want to express things, what is needed for me to express right now, what my soul wants to express in here now, what is the step now, or in my life, maybe not only for this moment, maybe but anyway, you're gonna discover it like bit by bit. But what is it that is important for me to express now? What is it that I bring that is important for me to bring to my community or my family or whatever you're creating, or to my tribe, or to what is important for them? What is important? Woof, shivers. What is important for them, for me to bring for them, because it's important for them? What is it? What brings me pleasure? What is how my soul wants to express right now? In what way? In the smallest things. Instead of, and this is again like a bit of a structure that we might be like stuck on, because we're coming from the times of like energies of survival being very present, and a lot of the development or spiritual places, anything's the you're watching is so also focused and hooked on how can I expand myself, like how to be abundant, how to bring wealth, how to manifest wealth, and all these manifestations and all this mantras and all this things that you're kind of trying to force and focus to like open for that, it's kind of the same like being stuck on strategies that other people are telling you how they are, but they're old templates, they're not yours. They might be some bits of it for you, or it was until now, but there is a high chance that it's ultimately not exactly your unique expression, footprint, or expression on your path. And yeah, I think this part of being hooked on also this, how I generate wealth, how do I allow myself now to be abundant, how I generate, and all this. This is also like this never-ending loop that you can be obsessed about, and we can get stuck on the basis on, for sure I did, even though oftentimes it was just like as a background or in another form, but still. And ultimately it's just it's still the same loop. It is based on this program of survival. It's based on the program of lack, and now allowing yourself, as you are starting to be like more conscious or spiritual or whatever you call it, now you allow yourself to generate. And then you're gonna focus still, as this is gonna be one of the questions and mantras and things you align with, or things that you try to really generate, which I've done, but it's only because I had a lot of lack to release, a lot of lack programming, and we all have in this old narrative or all experiences in the world. It's plenty of it. Maybe not all of you are busy with that necessarily, but it's plenty of it, and at the same time as the survival of plenty of it. So just to drop it, that it's amazing to start to realize that this is all great about it. It's the luxurious life and wealthy and abundant and expansive, and woof, also feel it, shivers. It's great, and nothing wrong about that, but it's not what you came here for. That's the only caveat. It's not what you came here for. I mean, this is not what your path is about. This is not your motive. This is only your motive if you experienced this program of opposition, of lack, in any survival, lack, fear, any constraints, shrinking, in any shape or form. So this is allowing yourself to experience that. It's important. Open for that is important, but keep working on that. It's just basically like a wrong direction. At some point, yeah, you do the work of like diving into it and discovering, like you discover your being, your story, your history, ancestor, and so on and so forth, and the human aspects and psychology, or whatever your path and chapters were about. But I think now it's really crucial as well to start to shift those questions, because I also noticed that those questions, when you watch the social media and things, they can like sneak really quickly also in your at the background of your mind. And yeah, and it's valid to work on some beliefs or notice them and all this, but then when you again experience some tightness in your life or some challenges, and like notice how those again pops as one of the important things you start to work on. And yeah, and just to say, I'm tuning in. Just to say that I think the new structure and the things that are really aligning in your soul, the question is more even of like the joy, your heart. This is not what your heart first thing is asking. This is not because the heart is abundant and you are abundant by the nature. So this is not the first thing or second thing or even third thing that your soul is working out. It's your human working out this aspect. But your soul is focused on expanding, on love, on circulating love in here. And love is also in form of money or abundance or richness. And it can go together. And at some point, yeah, the mind, you maybe need to like look into the mind of what beliefs you have there, what blocks you have there because of some experiences that are coming in this life on the surface to be cleared, some energies that come in this life to be cleared. But this is not the main working focus. And I think it's a great time to like consciously shift that also intention, motivation, and energy direction of how you create your life and where from. And in the long side, what is your path and with whichever stage you are at, and what is it for you to create now that comes from the open heart and that's abundant already and joyful. And of course, then we have some human story, and then we have to take care of some stuff, and sometimes we need to stop and also look there. I'm not saying it's not the case. It is the case, absolutely. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for being here in this community. Thank you for, yeah, being present in here. Yeah, thank you for likes. So much, it helps so much. Subscribing, all the subscribers in here, sharing, whatever you want, whatever you can do to support the growth of this channel and me. And you can always share also like talking about money exchange, throw that money to circulate to support me, and I will support other people and stuff in the donation through PayPal. And the links to do personal work and deeper work are in the caption always. Cheers, thank you.